Throughout this fall, we've been hearing stories from people of the congregation relating to our theme of becoming courageous community. And so today we get to hear from Paula Lindberg.
Good morning, I'm Paula, and I get to share my story of becoming courageous community with you. It overlaps with my story of coming here to Good Shepherd and my coming out story. I grew up in a Christian tradition that was not a Lutheran one. In that past experience, I was trying to show up as authentically myself, but the problem was I was a gender variant kid and a neurodivergent kid, and neither of those were acceptable in that environment. I now have language for those differences, but I didn't back then, so I couldn't explain myself or self-advocate when I was met with restrictive messages. I received messages like, you can't wear that, you can't think that, you can't ask that, you can't want that, you can't be you. It's no wonder that I couldn't imagine what my future would look like. I was being shut down from who I organically knew myself to be. At a certain point, I realized that restricting, hiding, and suppressing myself wasn't healthy, and I needed to try to be authentic again. So I came to Good Shepherd in early 2023. When I came here, I saw you all being you. Here's one of my learnings from the past few years. You being you invites me to be me. To me, it felt like you were being courageous, even if you were just being yourselves. When I came here, I also received your unconditional acceptance. It felt like a lavish gift, but you continually accepted me in my gender identity and in my neurotype, and it was so healing. This community is where I started to heal. As I grew here, you invited me to be courageous in being myself. Rather than the condemnation that I can't, I was invited to entertain new questions. What if? What if I can? What if I can be myself? This was when I really latched on to open-mindedness and mental growth. During this time, you invited me into deep, meaningful discussions. And if you know me, you know I love a deep, meaningful discussion. Those discovering, exploring chats feel to me like an embodiment of community. Throughout all of this, I started to get a clearer idea of what I want out of my life. I've grown in my self-assurance. It's been exciting to feel like I do have desires and I can go pursue them. Now I'm living in a more embodied and authentic way than ever because I'm finally able to show up as my full self, my non-binary, neurodivergent self. Now looking ahead, I feel that I am a part of this community now. That positions me to be courageous for others who are on a journey, whatever kind of journey that is. In the same way that you being you invited me to be me being me can invite someone else to do the same. It's my joy to extend the same welcome, support, and acceptance to the next person. And as far as us, let's continue to invite each other. Let's continue to walk alongside each other, push each other, listen to each other, discuss together, and celebrate each other in courageous community.